Hi, we are Chuck and Ben, and we are exploring all that Italy has to offer. So please subscribe and welcome to our channel, Our Italian Adventures. Okay, we're starting to work on the ruin garden. Ben cut all the grass. Up, Max has to make his special guest appearance. Don't go to the bathroom, Max. And we'll see how this turns out, but it looks like it's going to be a beautiful garden. So while I was cutting the vines, I uncovered a Peroni beer, which somebody must have been working in the garden and just left hanging on the hook here. And here it still is. So great vintage beer bottle. And so now back to cleaning up the garden. So we got a lot done this morning. Ben got a lot of the grass cut down some more. Looking good, being able to see all the different sections. I was able to get the ivy started cut down off the east wall. Still a lot to go. It's really thick vine and it's got in between the mortar of everything, but looks like we're gonna get a tiller maybe and start planting up here first and then work on the rest of this ivy this afternoon on the wall. Try to get that cleared. And we still have, eek, all that ivy, which has completely overgrown the wall. But piano, we'll get there. And look at this amazing aloe plant growing in the ruined wall. How beautiful is that? And you can see the remnants of the ruin where they had their fireplace, pizza oven. Looking good. Getting there. Okay, so after a nice lunch and some new tools, we are going back at the garden again. So hopefully we'll make some progress. Well, we got a lot accomplished. We got some of the old weeds dug up. Ben got this part, the soil, all turned over. I got a lot of the ivy cut down. He also got this soil turned over. We're thinking maybe an herb garden here. And there's the view, which is pretty spectacular. more flare from the sun. Let me get down here. We found an old oil barrel, rusted, buried under the ivy. And we have to work on this area next in here, but this is looking really good. I think this would be a really good herb garden. Maybe up there some coriander, maybe rosemary in front of that. I got a little more ivy to get off this wall off the top. But overall, a very productive day. Okay. As you can see, we got a lot of work done today. I'm going to show you. I forgot to do a time lapse. I got so involved in cleaning, but here, let me show you what we got done. Ben got this uncovered today. There was a little patio underneath all the grass. And so he also cut the grass in here, started turning over the soil in this area. Let me pan out so you could see. Trying to decide if you have any suggestions. That gets partial sun. We're thinking flowers, thinking herb garden there, maybe a mandarin tree in there. Not real sure. And then up here, I got a lot more of the vines cleaned off the edge. Took a lot of doing. As you can see, they're really tangled. I still have to do up there and still have to do over there. But you can see the view from up here is pretty beautiful. We're thinking maybe putting a dining table in here. We're still trying to decide. Trying to figure out what I want to plant up here, because this doesn't really have a lot of access. But it's a beautiful day today. Getting there. Well, we decided on this side of the garden, since it gets semi-sun, to do potted hydrangeas, or plant hydrangeas, not potted, plant. White, blue, white, blue. So I think that should be really pretty with those once they get bigger and bloom big fluffy hydrangea flowers against the stone. It's a beautiful day today with this view. Well, today I got the steps uncovered. So the secret steps are not a secret anymore, but they look pretty good. And they lead up to where we want to do the patio for the dining table. And we're gonna do herbs up there, we decided.